We even heard several explosions from under the semi-trucks, those tires exploding. Now, just in the last 30 seconds before you guys took us, we saw some huge planes dropping retardant on the flames that have now crossed this mountain ridge over here.
A lot of the mud and rainfall came into this patio area, but you can still see the residue of just how high those floodwaters got.
You can also see here in this car, Marina Garcia tells me she had just purchased this car 2 months ago, and unfortunately, when those flames broke out, she tried to run inside, grab her keys. It was too late. This intersection here at Frank Sinatra and Highway 111 has claimed the lives of several people. And with no designated bike lane or CV Link crossing through Rancho Mirage, it's raising questions about what the city is doing to keep residents safe. Neighbors say they're still picking up the pieces from a massive windstorm that left behind damage like this. And just take a look right here. You can still see the remnants of that crash, this wall between these two homes. He also has a new tree this year. It was 22 feet tall last year. This year, 26 feet tall up in the air. Just take a look at those gorgeous lights and ornaments. This year's theme is Be Heard. And let me tell you, the energy, the love, the community, the excitement, you can hear it, you can see it, you can feel it. It's going to be such a great day.
This is actually the dad to both of the baby giraffes that were just born this past month. His name is Kelly.
This barrier on Vistachino creating a problem for some drivers. For others, they are just breaking right through. I want to show you this sign. She has taken quite a beating. I've been tracking this fire all day, and as you can see behind me, there's really just a few hot spots left in this mountainside here in Moreno Valley. But something I do want to point out, this gate on this trailhead here off Cantabria Court, the fire getting so hot it's completely melted it. You can even see down there where firefighters just broke through to begin their attack on the flames. Now, this fire really affecting the entire Moreno Valley community. When I was at Walmart on my break, several employees telling me they had to evacuate, and now those residents hoping they can come back soon. In the air and on the ground, firefighters battling the Springs fire in Moreno Valley, with flames getting as close as 600 feet away from homes like Cheryl Gleason's.
It's just scary. You don't want to lose your house.
While this neighborhood received voluntary evacuation warnings, Gleason choosing to stay with her home, as she says this isn't her first fire. What's your plan for tonight?
Stay right here.
Stay here.
I'd rather be here with my house than worry if it's gone.
She's one of many in the area who face the difficult decision.
We're praying God will make sure spare our home, spare our neighborhood.
Wait out the flames or leave everything and wonder what you'll come home to.
As you can see, it's right there. So yeah, we're preparing for the worst right now.
Try and water as much as we can and try and, I guess, help slow down the fire in case it does come down. We're gonna continue staying, or unless fire department says otherwise.
Officials say the flames were powered by strong Santa Ana winds and dry brush that served as ample fuel.
That's the largest concern, is the winds. The winds do keep shifting, and that changes the fire direction. And also the steep topography and the rocky terrain makes it hard for our firefighters to access.
As the firefight continues, residents hoping they can return soon.
We don't know for sure our house is going to burn down yet, but if it does, there's really no telling how long it could be gone.
As you can see, this Moreno Valley skyline behind us, not a lot of smoke and not a lot of planes or tankers we are hearing tonight. So, of course, heed all of those warnings for residents who are still evacuated. And like you said, John, that fire burning over 4,000 acres and just 10% contained tonight. Live in Moreno Valley, Athena, Jreij, News Channel 3.
Geraldine Ramirez is one of 500 activists detained from the Global Samud Flotilla, along with others like Greta Thunberg. Her family says she was 50 miles from Gaza's shoreline when her boat was intercepted. And now, with little information from federal and Israeli officials, they fear when they'll see her next.
If you're watching this video, I have been kidnapped by the IOF and taken to Israel against my will. Contact my government and tell them to end their complicity with Israel.
The last words from Geraldine Ramirez, a Cathedral City woman aboard a humanitarian aid boat sailing to Gaza, have now come true.
She was bringing
helped people that need it. It's like the same thing you feel with anybody else that is in need.
Ramirez's family reached out to News Channel 3 after they say her boat, the Molly, was intercepted by Israeli naval forces.
Even my son mentioned it's, please don't do it. It's, there's risk. We know the situation there, but still, she's been an activist for all her life.
Her mother says she now fears the worst.
I don't know if they're going to be saved, if they're going to be tortured, if they're going to try to make them look bad between, the community.
Israeli officials say the boat entered active war zones and is breaking a lawful naval blockade, but several rights groups have called the move illegal. The family tells me since hearing the news, they've reached out to the FBI, State Department, and U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem, but say it's fallen on deaf ears.
They're not giving any information to anybody. That's what he told me, and then hanging up the phone again.
I reached out to the State Department, who said in a statement, "We take our commitment to assist U.S. citizens seriously and are monitoring the situation. The flotilla is a deliberate and unnecessary provocation. We're currently focused on realizing President Trump's plan to end the war, which has been universally welcomed as a historic opportunity for lasting peace." Her mother says a lifetime of activism led her daughter to this moment, and even while in custody, she doesn't think she has any regrets.
I know she doesn't regret it. She's there to help, and she was bringing help to people that need it.
If you are able to have a phone call with her, what would you tell her?
That I love her, and then that hope everything back to normal and she returned home safely.
If you have any information, the family is asking you to contact them at angietorreshomes@gmail.com. We also have that information on our website. And I also reached out to the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem, but have not heard back from them yet.
Well, Athena, now this was we first reported on this just last night. Where do things stand as far as the overall effort?
Yeah, so we know that nearly all 50 boats have been intercepted. There's about 2 that we're still watching. That's the Marinette and the McKenna, which are still showing up online and are rumored to have maybe reached Palestinian waters, but a lot of answers we are still waiting for. So it's a developing situation that we will continue monitoring for you. I'm reporting live in studio. Back to you guys.
Okay.
You can still see some of the road work from that past flooding here on Hacienda Avenue. And while it's been pretty dry this evening, the family I spoke with says for every raindrop, they'll be holding their breath tonight.
All this mud, it left all this mud. Look at how high the water went there.
Anthony Guyona is still picking up the pieces from flooding that took over Desert Hot Springs 2 weeks ago.
I saw all the mud and a pile that high, and I couldn't believe it.
Guyona was out of the country and didn't know rain was on the way when his daughter called him.
And she said, well, because I think your house flooded. And I said, why? Oh, it was a big storm, and then I thought, you have a key at the house, why don't you walk inside to see how it is? So as soon as she walked in, she started crying. And I felt bad.
That feeling becoming a reality when he found most of the home and backyard flooded.
It shocked me. I felt like breaking down because it really hurts.
Now, a lot of the mud and rainfall came into this patio area, but you can still see the residue of just how high those floodwaters gone. You can see several inches on the sides of the house where that leftover rainwater fell into, and also inside of the house. Guyona telling us he had to remove his floors and carpeting just to get all of that water out. These trucks carrying away tons of belongings that were destroyed. Now the path forward is murky. Guyona's home sits right on the edge of a FEMA flood zone, according to this county map shaded in blue. But he doesn't have flood insurance, and the agencies contacted have denied his claims.
He looked at my policy, and he wasn't going to be able to help me. Yeah, he just shut the door on me.
Guyona's wife tells me he's someone who doesn't ask for help often, but now they're left with no choice and are hoping the community will support.
Everybody has their own problems and their own stasis, so I didn't think it was gonna be help out there.
Now that family telling me they do plan to pick up sandbags for the potential rain that could hit this area tonight or tomorrow. If you would like to help them, we do have a link to this QR code and GoFundMe on our website at kesq.com. I'm reporting live in Desert Hot Springs. Athena, Jreij, News Channel 3.